Hi, this is Galit Goldfarb. Thank you very much for joining me here today. Today I'm going to be talking about supporting the health of your lymphatic system naturally. The lymphatic system is a system that is part of the circulatory system and the immune system. It is an organ system with a vital role of regulating tissue pressure, immune surveillance, and the absorption of fats in the diet from the intestines. The lymphatic system helps support the heart and immune system by maintaining blood pressure, by promoting oxygen delivery to the tissues, and picking up waste and filtering it before sending it back into the blood in the place of the lowest blood pressure right before it enters the heart. Now, the lymphatic system also functions as a base for immune cells to mature and to attack pathogens, as well as microbes and other immune system elicitors. On a regular basis, some of the blood plasma is forced out of the small blood vessels, called the capillaries, into the interstitial fluid to exchange nutrients and oxygen or carbon dioxide between the blood and the tissues. Most of this blood plasma gets collected back by the capillaries through the pressure differences, osmotic pressure. But about 3 liters out of the 20 that are exchanged aren't collected back up by the blood vessels, and this is where a healthy lymphatic system comes into play. The lymphatic vessels collect the remaining 3 liters that weren't soaked up by the blood vessels, and this is very crucial since 3 liters form more than half of the blood volume in an average adult human body. Now, this liquid is collected by the lymphatic vessels, and it is then called lymph. The word lymph comes from the Latin word lympha, which refers to the deity of fresh water with the same name, lympha. Now, the lymph is very similar to blood plasma. It contains proteins, waste products, debris from the cells, and bacteria. And it is cleaned and monitored as it filters through the some 500 lymph nodes found around the body that monitor and cleanse the lymph. The lymph then goes through the lymph organs, the thymus, the spleen, tonsils, and adenoids, and other lymph tissues that have defense or immune cells that detect and fight off infection, either through a direct attack on these pathogens with macrophages or by activating the whole immune system. Now, after this surveillance that the lymph goes through, the lymph is eventually returned into the blood circulation, as I mentioned before, through the thoracic or lymphatic ducts that join the major veins and come back to the heart. Lymphatic vessels are found in organs and tissues with blood supply, except for the retina, bones, and the brain, central nervous system. Now, the daily stresses of modern life make it hard for the lymphatic system to do its job well. For health, energy, removal of toxins from the body, prevention of diseases and infections in the future, it is crucial to support your lymphatic system to help it do its job well. And here are some suggestions on how you can support your lymphatic system to function properly. Number 1, you want to drink enough water. Drinking water is crucial for lymphatic function. Dehydration leads to less effective lymph node function, and it causes lymphatic congestion, further worsening lymph problems that may exist already. Drinking enough water throughout the day encourages healthy lymphatic function and reduces water retention. To calculate how much water you need, please view my video on this subject that I will have a link to at the bottom of this video. Now, the type of water is also important. One study examined the effects of tap water, distilled water, and water with radon in it on the lymphatic vessels and the number and activity of specific white blood cells in the lymphatic system, and on the functioning of the lymph nodes. This study was done on animals, and the study found more lymph was collected in rats consuming distilled water and in comparison with radon water. And radon is, first of all, radon is a colorless, odorless, tasteless gas that comes from natural radioactive breakdown of uranium that is found in the ground. You may find it in drinking water, or your water, or if your water comes from an underground well. then it increases the risk for cancer if it is found in your water. Animals that drank radon water showed an increased proportion of blood capillaries in the small intestine wall and less plasticity, less flexibility in them, which made lymphatic system blockages. So you want to aim to drink clean and healthy water. In general, radon is not found in surface water that comes from rivers or lakes because the radon is dispersed into the air before it ever reaches the tap. So most places do not need to worry about this. So the next suggestion, number 2, is to eat a low-fat diet. In the intestines, lymphatic vessels absorb and transport fats and other large molecules and proteins. Now, when a high-fat diet is consumed, it will cause functional damage to the lymphatic vessels. And when the lymphatic vessels are weak or ruptured, the lymph fluids rich in fats will leak out of lymphatic vessels and increase fat storage, leading to obesity. Also, the accumulation of fat tissue is regularly observed in people with lymphedema. Lymphedema is caused by swelling of the body part due to accumulation of lymph. So I recommend consuming a high-fiber diet, low in animal products, which are naturally, this will naturally help your diet become lower in fats, and it is preventative of obesity and, in general, a healthy diet for overall health and, of course, lymphatic system health. Now, the third key that you want to follow is to lose weight. Another study showed that being overweight is associated with lymphatic dysfunction, which could be significantly reversed by diet-controlled weight loss. The study reinforces the causative and critical role of obesity in lymphatic dysfunction and sheds light on the likelihood of reversing it through weight loss. For the best way to lose weight in a healthy and lasting way, I recommend you visit the Gorilla Diet 12-week weight loss program that you can find in the link at the bottom of this video with a special discount for you. Now, you also want to avoid high fructose corn syrup. A study showed that high fructose corn syrup diets that are rich in this high fructose corn syrup, exhibit decreased lymphatic flow, and more significant amount of fat tissue was found to be around lymphatic vessels. Now, this diet led to a smaller diameter also in lymphatic vessels and decreased pumping activity. So definitely you want to avoid high fructose corn syrup. You want to eat more fermented foods. Lactic acid bacteria are some of the health promoting bacteria we want to have in our gut for immunity and lymphatic health. These foods provide live bacteria which help digestion, detoxification, and cell repair. In a recent study on health-promoting components of fermented foods, researchers found that fermented foods have anti-hypertensive, antioxidant, and anti-diabetic components that help reduce the growth of human lymphomas. Excellent lacto-fermented foods options include fermented kimchi and sauerkraut. You also want to get enough vitamin D. Lymphocytes have a particular affinity for vitamin D, meaning that they're more likely to carry out their function best if you regularly supplement with enough of this nutrient or regularly expose your skin to the sun, to the proper UVB rays of the sun. It also helps promote healthy skin, immunity, and heart health too. To see how much vitamin D you need according to your living location and according to your skin color, please visit my article on this subject that there is also a link to at the bottom of this video. Now, you also want to take vitamin C or ascorbic acid supplements. Researchers found that vitamin C positively influences lymphocyte development and function in a study on how vitamin C affects the lymphocytes. I recommend taking 500 milligrams of liposomal vitamin C a few times a week to boost immune function and to support collagen production, which is necessary for tissue strength and for the vessels of the lymphatic system. You also want to engage in exercise that supports lymph flow. The lymph nodes also respond very well to endurance exercise. Swimmers and people doing any other endurance exercise such as walking or running or cycling often have excellent immune function because of constantly pumping fluids through their bodies, which help keep the lymph flowing regularly as well. Now also Pilates, yoga, and Tai Chi can help lymph node health while also reducing stress levels. If you currently do not exercise regularly, I recommend starting with a walking routine that you can incorporate into your schedule. Even 30 minutes a day, regular daily walking will work wonders on your lymphatic health, your lymphatic system health, and on your health overall. Now, you also want to avoid wearing tight clothes. When you wear very tight clothes, you reduce circulation in the lymphatic system. Tight clothing may lead to blockages in the lymphatic system, leading to lowered blood pressure and accumulation of toxins and infections and swelling in certain parts of the body that may block arteries delivering sufficient blood to the tissues, and it also is quite painful. You also may want to try manual lymphatic drainage. It's a type of massage therapy that stimulates the lymph nodes so that stagnant lymphatic fluid can be redirected or stimulated back to flow, helping you move waste from your tissue and speed up lymph flow. It manipulates the tissue fluid levels. Now, if done correctly, manual lymphatic drainage will increase detoxification and elimination of wastes from the body, and it supports also the lymphocytes and keeps them active. Now, according to a study, manual lymphatic drainage is a safe and effective procedure that improves muscle strength as well and helps also prevent lymphedema formation, which we spoke about earlier. Now, you also want to eat nutrient-dense foods or take supplements that support lymphocyte functioning. Eating nutrient-dense foods promotes a healthy lymphatic system. Some of the best foods for the lymphatic system include leafy green vegetables, broccoli, apples, omega-3 rich foods such as walnuts, flax, and chia seeds, garlic, and berries of all types. Now, if you feel the need for lymphatic cleansing supplements, these are designed to provide your body with sufficient nutrients necessary for lymphocyte activity. These often contain herbs like dandelion root, burdock root, golden seal, echinacea, and astragalus, which help reduce inflammation and reduce congestion in the lymph in the lymph nodes. Now, and in the lymph vessels as well. And they also help remove excess fluid from your tissues. They may act as diuretics. Now, here is below, you will have one supplement that I recommend. I found it on Amazon. There is no need, and I don't advise taking it regularly, but you can take it when you feel the need. Now, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please also subscribe to my channel if you like content that'll help you move your health to a better place. And also visit my website, The Gorilla Diet, to help you lose weight and be the best you can be in the best and healthiest body for you. Thank you very much for joining.